I love working with a team towards a common goal.
For the camaraderie.
Camaraderie and playing with my teammates.
I play for my team.
Teamwork and the connections that I can build on and off field.
For the community and the exercise.
Because of the community and the competition.
I like playing Ultimate Frisbee for the competition.
I play for the competition and the fun.
For fun.
Because fun.
I love getting to work hard.
You get out of it what you put into it.
Leave everything out here.
Every time I step on the field, I want to be a better player.
You know, give something people to talk about.
Be happy but never satisfied.
To step away from real life and focus on Frisbee.
I play because I love Ultimate.
Find your drive.
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 Good to go.
All right, I'm going to sit down. Yeah, I'm going to sit down.
Welcome to the Canadian 4-on-4 Nationals here in Gloucester, Ontario. We would like to start by land acknowledgements. Ottawa is located on the traditional and unceded territory of the Anishinaabe Algonquin Nation. We also would like to thank our sponsors, Be Ultimate, Discraft, Chocolat Favori Orléans, as well as Ottawa Tourism. I am here. My name is Kimberly Morin-Coulombe. I'm here with my co-host,
Catherine Fortin, our cat.
Hi, Kat. We currently have a 4-on-4 game that's going on. A team NOMO from Alberta versus Prairie Phantom from Saskatchewan. Okay, slight mic adjustment. And so we are starting here on day one of 4-on-4 Nationals. Kat, any thoughts on how this game is going to go?
At the moment, I've spoken to Prairie Phantoms earlier, and it seems like they're just still trying to figure out their chemistry and figure out how things are flowing with each other. So it'll be interesting to see them against NOMO, because I think NOMO has some experience playing amongst each other, but then there's also some reporting where they're trying to make adjustments with their chemistry as well.
For sure. We have results from the day so far. NOMO has a win against Namaste, a win by 1, and a loss against Breakfast Club. They were down by about 405, and then they came back to lose by 1, so pretty interesting. Unfortunately, Prairie Phantoms had a little bit tougher of a day. They had 2 losses so far, but you never know what can happen. We're starting here in the middle of the field. Prairie Phantoms on 0. We have brothers on the team, so you have one of the hawk halters here covering on the mark. We have an ISO in the middle of the field to number 19, McEwen, who tries for a long throw in the end zone, not completed. We're going to see hawk halter here pick it up. It's going to be a backhand force. Right away with a nice break throw to Cooksey. Another nice break throw. Great movement here so far. A nice scuba to Cooksey. A low throw, but a catch here to Wonder, number 17. A lot going through Cooksey here. Showing quite a confident thrower. Not in, number 45, Hawkhalter. Back to a successful number 30, Dennison. Thoughts on what you're seeing so far on the field, Kat?
A lot of patience from NOMO. They're very good at taking their time. As we saw, they recycled it back to Cooksey, who just seemed to have, being the center of the field, had a really good look on the field to be able to move it properly.
Exactly, showing a lot of confidence there, Cooksey. All right. We have number 3 on the mark, McDougall. Trying to get that scuba out, looking break side. And it goes to number 13, Carter. Danny Proby on the mark here. Very well-known Ultimate Frisbee player in the Vancouver area. Nice catch, 49. Amy, there's 2 Amy's on this team actually. Let's not confuse them. This is Amy Lauren, number 49. There's also Logan Amy. And an attempt at a long throw here. This is something we're going to see a lot from Proby. She is a very skilled handler. She'll take these shots. Up the line. Nice throw to number 18, Subchuk. Looking for something in the end zone. And a slight bump of the shoulder here. The call with Martinez. And a nice dump to number 49, Amy. Back to Subchuk. And a bit of an overthrow here. We're going to see a disc on the sideline for NOMO. Danny Proby to pick it up. We love to see a woman picking up a disc. Yes, and a nice scuba here. Nice toes. Number 3, McDougall. Back to Proby. Number 16, Martinez, all the way across the field to Proby. Not in yet, and successful here.
There was just so much patience in their throws and then right timing. Like you would think that they would swing it back to the middle, but they saw that shot in the end zone and they attacked it. Perfect timing.
And someone like Proby, you can trust that she's going to make those good decisions. She has that experience. She's bringing a wealth of knowledge in the ultimate space here to this team. I trust that we're going to see great things in this game from Proby. Prairie Phantoms to pick it up here. A little ISO in the lane from Amy. And all the way to the end zone. Good job. There's a nice long shot, a nice throw here by number 6, Hunter.
After speaking to Prairie, their O strategy is to do a lot of flow, and their D strategy that they really want to focus on is their strongman defense.
We're seeing a lot of, speaking with NOMO, they had talked about that their governing strategy is chill vibes, and chill vibes will lead them to success. So, hoping to keep that going. Hawk Halter here on the mark, 45. Oh, what a save here. Subchuk saving the day. Low disc.
Fun fact about Subchuk, he's from Moose Jaw, and he wants to do a shout out to his Jawbreakers team that he coaches.
Shout out Moose Jaw. We have Dave Hawkhalter here with the disc and a successful score. I think that's Cooksey again, if I'm not mistaken. Waiting for the number to appear. No, my bad, Dennison. So we're going to see here Prairie Phantoms to pick up on the corner. They're going to get a flick mark, I believe, so that leaves quite the field open for them. There's an ISO in the lane here. Prairie Phantoms. And a long throw attempt. Not completed, unfortunately. Great attempt at a catch. Martinez to pick it up. Looking to Proby. Unsuccessful here. Injury call. We have a frisbee on the line. Prairie Phantoms to pick it up. They have a diagonal vert stack. We have a scuba hammer. Not sure what that release was. Ooh, unfortunately, tough drop for Prairie Phantoms. Proby to pick it up to Martinez. Scuba attempt to the end zone to McDougall, unsuccessful. We have Prairie Phantoms here for a second attempt. Break throw here to number 9, Lewis. An unfortunate drop here. Proby to pick up. And a hammer to the end zone to McDougall.
Seems like NOMO, especially Danny Proby, holding the disc, and whenever she has it, she just trusts her players. She trusts them to be there at the right time. Her players trust them that she'll have the right throw as well.
Yep, she has great field vision we've seen so far. What do you think it takes for, right now we're 4-1. What do you think that the Prairie Phantoms should bring to keep this game alive?
sometimes I find strategically you can call a timeout now just to stop the momentum that NOMO is going through, and this could be a really good time just to recollect themselves, find a new strategy, give themselves some more motivation to bring after their timeout.
Completely agree, yeah. We see, yes, here, 6 Dawson successful to the end zone on a backhand.
Sorry, come over here.
To number 49, Shepard. So we're seeing a lot of great things here going on from the NOMO offense. They're up 5-1, and so we're seeing a lot of great things, a lot of nice flow. Sub Chuck here to pick it up again to number 4, Martel. Looking for the around, a dump to Sub Chuck. Open side to Lewis. Up the line, denied, back to Sub Chuck. Quick dish here. And that is a completion to Sub Chuck. Nice catch. So NOMO here to start on O. We're going to have Prairie picking it up.
You know, it's fun that she's wearing red pants because it's just a reflection of Dawson, Prairie, Giaretti, and
Tyler Hochhalter.
being all on the TC Masters mix that went to California.
Prairie mentioned that she had the most assists in the tournament. She said it was thanks to Dawson and Hochhalter that were her targets the entire time. 98 here, Chan with a good mark, forcing that turn. Prairie to pick it up. Good scuba here to number 98, Chan. To Hochhalter, and the big around to Prairie. And a completion to 98 Chan. That throw from Hochhalter really opened up the field. We saw that this put them in a position to get the entire field open to them. And Prairie with a quick dish into the end zone to get it done for NOMO. Prairie Phantoms here to pick it up with an ISO in the middle with number 9 Lewis. Sub Chuck to come back and help out. Up line to Hunter. And a big hammer here. Unsuccessful. Wonder 17 to pick it up for NOMO. Hochhalter initiating cut to 49 Shepard. Giaretti with a sick catch. Getting her knees in the turf. Oh, she tries to toe it in. And the quick dish that's unsuccessful. A quick reset here by Bouvier. Back to Bouvier up the line. Sub Chuck up the line again. And to Lewis for the completion. Prairie Phantoms 6-3. We see a lot of open side here. NOMO's going to have to adjust their defense in order to prevent that. That's supposed to be the first thing to cover, to make sure that we force those difficult backhand or around throws.
And this is great experience for Prairie Phantom because really their whole goal of being here is to gather experience for playing for us at the national level and maintain Saskatchewan's reputation for being the very spirited region.
Yes. Nice D here by Amy. He picks it up on the corner. A nice reset here. Ooh, nice shot up the line to 49 Amy. So this is a couple here. I believe a married couple.
In fact, there are 3 couples on that team.
Oh, unfortunately, Amy fell, causing a miscommunication between the team members. Hochhalter here to pick it up. looking straight away for an open shot. And a deep throw to Cooksey for the long, amazing throw. Back to Hochhalter. And that around flick by Hochhalter. I have a feeling we're going to see that coming out throughout the tournament. Once again, forcing that break throw, allowing for that field, the complete size of the field to be taken up.
And a nice little toes in layout too.
Cooksey showing us some twinkle toes. All right, Hunter here to pick it up for Prairie Phantoms. Looking open side. Looking around to McEwen.
Hey, we're too far, Phantoms, too far.
Open side. Looking to get it break side. Looking for options. IO, nice opening of the field here to McEwen. To Hunter on the open side. Ooh, nice catch by Bouvier in traffic. Back on the open side to Hunter. Up line, Bouvier. We go around to McEwen. Just a miscue here with Bouvier. Proby to pick it up. And a scuba to McDougall. To Martinez on the open side. Around to Chan. Keep that movement going to Proby. Back to Chan, back to Proby. To Martinez, to McDougall. There's a lot of people getting involved here. We love to see it. Proby holding it. Back to Chan. Martinez getting involved. And he tries to get it to Chan, unfortunately unsuccessful. Hunter's going to pick it up on the line with a flick force. Lewis is going to try and get activated in the lane. And that's successful to Lewis on a huge up the line. There appears to be a call on the field that we have here between Proby and Lewis. So spirit of the game here is very important. When there are calls made like this on the field, we love to see individuals speaking, talking it out, making sure that they are on the same page. We could read from the body language here that they both seem pretty calm. This is something that they're approaching with the same mentality, which we love to see. And that's a goal for Prairie Phantoms.
It's so important to, especially during, as part of the spirit of the game, of having a good, calm conversation and finding a compromise. And people need to remember that a compromise doesn't mean one gets their own way. It's at the end of the day, you find a decision that both parties can agree on.
100%. Center of the field to Hochhalter, to a quick release around to Wonder, and that's a score. We got 8-4 for NOMO. We tried to talk to NOMO a bit to understand what their intention was in terms of offense and defense, and I think they're really starting to get to know each other. These are people that haven't played together 4-on-4 much, and so they're really trying to learn each other. It's going to be interesting to see how they evolve over the course of the weekend. And an interesting setup here, an ISO in the middle with tons of space. To Lewis up the line, back for another score up the line for Martel. I'm a big fan of that stack setup. If you allow people the entire field, considering how small a 4-on-4 field, it's interesting if you have the entire space available to you, what you can get open. If you have a one-on-one matchup, chances are when you have a cutter that has significant experience, they will be able to get open in that space. And Proby with a big attempt deep. Proby and Martinez were telling me prior to the game that they're really enjoying getting to know each other. This is one of their first tournaments together, but they have a lot of chemistry on the field, a lot of good cuts and receipts. And a nice catch here by Amy in the end zone for Prairie Phantoms.
It seems like Prairie Phantoms is finally getting their flow, catching up by 2 points below.
I agree. We're seeing a lot of And once again, it seems very open lane focused. And so I feel that if NOMO, if NOMO can adjust their defensive positioning to make sure that that up the line doesn't come out, it may really help them strategically on defense. Nice scuba here by Hochhalter. To Wonder. Ooh. And the lobbing backhand. Unsuccessful to Hochhalter on double coverage. Subchuck to pick it up. Ooh. Trying to get that IO out. That was quite a steep IO. And a quick dish from Hochhalter to Wonder to get it done for NOMO. And we are at 9-6 here. We are 2:08. Halftime we see here should be at 2:15. So we have about a couple more minutes for Prairie Phantoms to keep it up. And unsuccessful here on the flick throw. Ooh, nice zippy IO to Dennison. Back to Cooksey. Around to Dennison. Ooh, who gets the quick break out to Dawson. We'll see here on a 4-on-4 tournament, 4-on-4 field, that effective indoor throws and quick releases are so effective for success on a 4-on-4 field.
It helps when there's no wind.
That wind adds a big component when you throw, for sure. We have Subchuck here to pick it up on the line. Goes open side to Bouvier on the line. Tries to get it up to Lewis. Ooh, with a big around to Subchuck. Called not in. To Lewis. Lewis trying to punch it in. Subchuck in the middle. Bouvier there to help him out. To Martel. Ooh, Subchuck just a bit off his hands. You see Martinez here to pick it up. Looking to Proby. It's a little Martinez Proby action here. Ooh, nice lefty from Proby. We got an open side right back to Martinez. McDougall. Ooh, just a quick release here and unsuccessful. We have Subchuck to pick it up on the line. Open side. And a long throw. Subchuck coming down with it and to complete with Bouvier, and that's Prairie Phantoms on the board.
It's a great point after a long fight too. Those are always the most rewarding points.
For sure. Prairie Phantoms here lost their captain just a few days ago. He was Rob Beam, unable to travel, but they wanted to make sure that he felt shut out and that they respect him and miss him here a lot, and they wish him nothing but health back in Saskatoon, Regina. They also lost another player, Christina Ward, this week to injury. So Prairie Phantoms had a tough 2 weeks getting here.
Also considering that they're a team, this is their first year as a team as well.
They are keeping up with a team like NOMO here. A lot of experienced players on NOMO, and they're keeping up 10-7. So we're on the line with Bouvier. Ooh. And no call here. Ooh, to Corinne. Back to the middle, Shepard to Hochhalter, back to Shepard, and that's called in. Shepard on the line, gets it around to Wonder, around to Hochhalter, around again, successful with Corinne.
And a nice break point as well.
They really did a good job of utilizing the whole width of the field on this one. They have a lot of experienced throwers on this team. NOMO, the Hochhalter, Proby, these are all very experienced handlers, people that are used to having the disc in their hands. We're seeing the setup once again. ISO in the middle of the field here. The space that, oh, nice break throw that Lewis had to contend with. She really had a whole field available to her. And she gets it done to Martel for a score. And that's 11-8. That was some good offense that we saw here from Prairie Phantoms. You have heard it here from me more than once. I love that ISO. I think that people are very able to get open in an ISO. We have Proby here to Martinez. To Chan. Ooh, just a miscue here. And we have Amy picking it up to Subchuck. Around to McEwen, who gets it done back to Subchuck. And that was a break. Prairie Phantoms keeping the game alive. We love to see it.
Climbing back up, 11-9.
This is a tight game. Hawkhalter here to pick it up. It's going to be a backhand force. And he tries to get that flick around. Unsuccessful. To Gio Getty. Amy to pick it up to her husband, other Amy. Number 13, Carter, tries to get open. Oof, unsuccessful on that backhand break. Seemed like there could have been a call, but Amy judged against it. And that's halftime, folks. These are 24-minute halves, and they are timed hard cap with a whistle. Any thoughts on what we've seen so far? Prairie Phantoms on things that they can improve on to just edge out their competitors, NOMO.
I think we see it too, where they really shine the most is when they have their flow, when they're patient with the disc. It seems what they are rushed, and I think that goes for every team. When you are rushed, you are more likely to make more mistakes. But when they feel confident and they have that flow and they trust each other and there's a communication, they're very quick at making their points.
Yes, so we see here an implementation that happened recently in the 4-on-4 space is that at halftime it's no longer a pull, so you can just start with the disc wherever you want on the line. And we see here a side stack by NOMO. Let's see who gets active in the lane. And that's going to be, a flood stack with Cooksey coming back, getting that on the open side. Up line to Hawkhalter. And another up line successful to Dennison, I believe. That was some very effective, consistent offense.
It's a great way to set the tone after a halftime as well.
And I'm always surprised here when we see a backhand force in 4-on-4. I find backhand comes out so much faster than a flick force. And so it's interesting here to see when teams force backhand. It's just, I'd be curious to know what their thought process is, because I'm so inclined to force flick. We see Amy here with the disc trying a long shot, successful, right on the doorstep of the end zone to Martel. And he tries to get open. Oh, nice. Across the field here. Trying to punch it in. Ooh! And it's almost there. So NOMO has a chance to keep their streak going. 12-9. Martinez trying to get open in the lane here. In the middle, back to Proby. And she chooses against high release backhand to Proby. And back to Martinez. Back to Proby. Back to Martinez. We're going to hear these two names often, I think. This line is just working well together.
They're really good at finding the little pockets and the little holes and knowing where to go and when to throw it.
Completely agree. And that's successful. Proby with the assist for Cooksey, I believe. No, to Chan. And we see here, I find it incredibly tough to defend when you have people like Proby, like Martinez, that get active in the lane so much. You have to play keep up so much that it's very tough to defend. So they're doing a great job of really keeping the defense guessing.
And they're just constantly moving as well.
And Hunter here, quick with the strike. Comes back. You see some good defense here from Hochhalter. And the sweet D from Giretti. Giogetti. And the score to Giogetti. She gets bookends.
It's always fun, a double. You get a D and a point in the same.
She is showing her skill. Giogetti, that was on the mixed masters team this year in California. Someone that plays, I believe, internationally. I think she played in Ottawa for a while. So she definitely gets a sense of different styles of Ultimate, playing with a bunch of different people. Makes her very versatile of a player, as we see here, getting used to an Alberta team. We have Prairie Phantoms here picking it up on the corner of the end zone, marked by Hochhalter. An unfortunate IO, not successful. We have Dawson picking it up for NOMO. Zipping from the middle of the field to Dennison. Dennison, ooh, so close. Attempt.
It's always tricky with the end zones in a fours field just because they're so much smaller.
Exactly. You constantly have to weigh out the risk versus the benefit of trying something in a tight space. And we see a woman here, Amy, picking it up. Love to see it. Deed by Dawson, picking it up. And they're close to the end zone. Around to Dennison. Through the middle to Hochhalter. And we have a bit of a collision here. Foul call uncontested. And I believe that is a score. If it's a foul uncontested in the end zone, that is indeed a score. And so NOMO up 15-9. Any thoughts on what you feel has changed in the last couple of points? NOMO has really scraped out.
It seems like it was unfortunate that the halftime had happened because I feel like Prairie Phantom had a really good momentum going on. They had a really good flow, and it just seems like the halftime just kind of gave them a break, and then the flow is they're trying to catch it up again, but it seems like NOMO came out stronger. Like I said, they already asserted their tone coming in after the halftime, making the first point.
Exactly, a turnover here on the first pass, so it goes back to NOMO. Proby, Martinez, Chan, working well together this line. To McDougall. Back to Proby. Open side to Martinez. Martinez faking out his defender here to get it to Proby. Break side to McDougall. Back to Proby. Back to Martinez. And a shot to the end zone for Proby. Showing that chemistry here. They seem to know where the other is moving. It's working really well for them as a team. We were asking if they had set lines or any strategy from NOMO, and it just felt like they showed up and they're trying to adjust to see what works well for them. And so we're seeing that their adjustments and the team they seem to be gelling well together. An ISO once again here in the middle of the field to Martel, who's able to get open to Amy. Break side to Hunter, who hammers it. I believe that's a score. It is. That was nice footwork
Twinkle toes.
Twinkle toes again on the part of Martel. Keeping the faith alive. 16-10 for NOMO. Prairie Phantoms here is the second bid out of Saskatchewan, and Saskatchewan doesn't normally get 2 bids, and so they were happily they were very happy that the second bid happened this year for them. Gives them more visibility, a chance to practice in a new environment for them, and a nice across the field IO attempt here by Dennison. You have Amy to pick it up. The flick force gets a nice flick OI. He's looking for something break side, and he gets hand blocked by Hochhalter, knowing that he really wanted that backhand around. And NOMO punches it in.
Such a quick turnover too, and sometimes that's the best part, is to do a very quick turnover as soon as you get you're on offense, to just do it right away to get your defense off guard as well.
Yeah. We have a timeout here called by Prairie Phantoms. 17-10.
Mind you, right before halftime, they were only down by 2 points as well.
Yeah, the second half has been a little bit more tough for Prairie Phantoms. Seems like there's a couple execution errors that they can clean up in the second half, so hopefully they're able to come back, show some of that intensity that we saw at the end of the first half. Their objective here, Prairie Phantoms, was to gather experience at a national level, as well as maintaining this spirited reputation of their region. And so it's very, very lovely to see this team here competing, keeping a high level of competition, and also making this game enjoyable for both sides.
You can even see their flag displayed on one of the nets too.
Yes, I love that. Provincial pride. So we see Subchuck to pick it up here on offense for Prairie Phantoms with a diagonal vert stack in the middle of the field. A lot of cuts coming from the stack. Finally gets it to Martel. And a scoober back to Subchuck. That was a nice cut by Amy.
There seems to be a pick call. Did you want to explain what a pick call is?
Pick call is when your defender is trying to cover someone on offense and they are intercepted by someone from their team, from the opposing team, making it so that they cannot cover their player on offense. You have to be within 3 meters, I believe the rule is. You see here, Amy, 49 on the line. Ooh, she tries to get it up line to Subchuck. Not successful. We have Wonder to pick it up for NOMO. On the line here with a backhand force. Hochhalter all the way. And that is successful here to Giagetti. 18-10. Hochhalter, not a stranger to competition, has been playing for many, many years. Played for many a Team Canada. So we've definitely heard that name before. Some may refer to him as Butters. It's quite known in the Frisbee community. Hunter here to pick it up on the line with a flick force. Tries to get it into Lewis. It's a bit too far. In 4-on-4, this throw is called a caribou. Proby here having trouble finding the disc. It's a caribou throw, which means it's an OI throw from the open side. Tried to get it to the break side. It's a throw that we saw originated out of Quebec. And there we go. Backhand Martinez to McDougall. Completion. That's another break for NOMO. We're at 19-10. So if NOMO keeps going with the score, they would then be second in their pool, which I believe makes them eligible for a crossover after this afternoon, which will keep things interesting for us. See where they can end up, potentially in the quarters or semis. Nice D here by Dawson. Gets it back to Hochhalter, and a hammer throw to Dawson, who just keeps it in the end zone. And that's another score for NOMO.
In a case like this, Kim, what would you do as a strategy as a coach for Prairie Phantom?
It's a good question. I like this change of offense that they're trying now, like a horizontal stack in the middle. At this point, you just have to try different things. If your regular offense isn't something that's working well for you, you lose nothing. You lose nothing at trying new formations. So we see here to Lewis, number 9, around to McEwen. Open side to Subchuck, but there is a pick call here with Hochhalter. Go back, gives him some buffer still. And it goes back to Subchuck in the middle of the field. Nice IO to Lewis. Open side, McEwen, ooh, a miscue, just a slight overthrow to Lewis. And McEwen playing some good poach D. That's a nice heads up D here. McEwen still uncovered. We see here Wonder playing slightly off, poaching off of one of the guys on the field. Getty here with a nice D. He's quite an athletic defender. Getty with the catch. Looking for Wonder, who gets it done with Hochhalter. And that is 21-10. NOMO.
Prairie Phantom had a really good couple of passes among each other. Just as you see, when they are patient, they have that good flow and they know their basics. But I can understand sometimes when you're close to that end zone, you just really want to, you're ridden with anticipation, ridden with adrenaline, and you just want to score.
And it's also something that they want to come here to play nationals because you get exposure to defenders that you don't necessarily get in everyday leagues. And so if you play against someone like Giugetti that plays such tight defense, Hochhalter, all these people will provide some level of defensive coverage that will make it tougher for you to get open. So this is such a great learning opportunity for Prairie Phantoms to come here and learn what works and learn how to improve when they get open on offense.
I also heard it's more challenging for teams like NOMO and Prairie Phantom to have that exposure for fours because unlike Ontario teams in Quebec, the border's so close to each other that's a 2 to maybe maximum 6 hour drive for competition versus I heard from Saskatchewan or even Manitoba to Alberta is about 8 hours.
That is quite the drive for some competition. And we get a nice hammer here. I believe that's Amy to Amy. That's a good connection right there. That worked well.
Amy squared.
Yeah, Amy squared. We love seeing women take those shots, take that edge. I love it. Interesting split stack here, I guess. Side stack. Okay. We have Dennison here getting open in the open lane. There we go to Cooksey. Showing a lot of confidence here on the field. Back to Cooksey. A little bobble there by Hochhalter. Oh! Who Scuba attempts it to Dennison, unsuccessful.
They passed on the bobble.
The bobble. Subchuck here, the up the line to Lewis. To Bouvier, who attempts to get to Martel. That's a turn for Prairie Phantoms. Dawson to pick it up, backhand force. And a miscommunication here with Dennison. Subchuck to pick it up. Ooh, that was a quick try. That's the tough thing in 4-on-4. You have to weigh out sometimes what's worth taking a risk on and having a quick release versus taking a breath and really trying to compose and see what the best option is out there for you.
And sometimes the game is so fast-paced, you don't have the time to be a conservative thrower. You have to, like you said, take those risks.
You have to act. Completely agree. Another success here for NOMO. Dawson to, I believe, Hochhalter. With Tyler Hochhalter. 22-11. with 8 minutes here left in the game. McEwen to pick it up. The flick force gets it around to Amy. Hochhalter doing a good job of face covering McEwen, making it tough for him to get closer to the frisbee. And there you go, Prairie Phantom pinching it in. We have Amy here who gets it done with Carter.
Carter's jump was so huge too. Really taking advantage of his height and being able to, and that's the great part about tall players is when they take advantage of their height, especially in the air.
You see here Proby picking it up, backhand force, straight down the middle to Martinez. Around here to McDougall, to Chan. Goes open side back to McDougall and cuts up the line. That is some good poach off by Hunter to make that. Oh, and a great D here from Martel to put the disc back in their hands. We have Hunter here on the disc. And a long shot attempt. And that's incomplete to Martel. It's a bit too high. I appreciate the attempt. We're down by 10 with a couple minutes left to go. You have to take those shots. I respect that. Martinez here with the disc. I believe a violation call. McDougall trying to go deep. And Chan with a great in cut here. Tons of separation. Martinez. Oh, but sorry. Martinez to Proby. Proby to McDougall. Back to Proby. To Chan. To McDougall. And open with Martinez in the end zone, who gets caught up in the net. See him down for now, and he's back. There appears to be a call on the field. And the frisbee's going back. I don't know if there was a no-in call. Pick call. There you go. That explains it. That would explain how Martinez was able to get open on the open side. And so we're going to try that again. Number 3, McDougall with the disc in his hands. A lot of traffic here upfield with 3 players. I have to say, I am a fan of less people in the end zone. It just makes everything so much easier with the small space that you have to work with. I love having one person in the end zone.
It also helps for the isolated player as well because they have so much room to cut and do a full cut as well. When you have so many people and it's just like a party in the end zone, it's hard to find room and people who can catch it.
And we have a successful completion here to Martel. Prairie Phantoms on the board. 22-13. Down by 9, 5 minutes to go. We have a completely open field here. We have a side stack, everybody on the break side. Great cut here by Cooksey to try and get open. And Hochhalter tries to put it deep to Dawson. That is unsuccessful. We have double coverage there. Good pickup by Lewis, who played a lot of heads up D here. Subchuck, disc in his hands. Back around to Bouvier, and ooh, that was judged out of bounds. Yeah, it appeared her right foot was out. Seemed like she landed both feet at the same time. We have Hochhalter here with the flick around to Cooksey. We have, ooh, nice catch by Dawson. To Dennison. To Hochhalter. There's a lot of Prairie Phantom defenders in that little area.
It's neat. I noticed earlier the Prairie Phantom female matching players had some really good communication and good chemistry in the sense that I saw them earlier doing a clam as well.
These are the things that you like to see. If you have experience playing with each other and you can try new defensive looks, having to have the offense rethink how they play can be quite effective. You'll see walls in 4-on-4. You'll see sharing, poaching. All these things can make playing offense slightly more difficult. So you see here, Carter with the disc in our hands, gets it to Amy with a backhand to Amy. This married couple knows how to get it done.
Couple telepathy.
I feel like certain couples either play extremely well together or absolutely terribly. And you have awkward moments on the field when they don't.
Agreed. Then they have to go home to that too.
Exactly. Shout out to those couples. I hope they're doing well. We have Proby here picking it up. Back to Martinez. Our famous duo. Martinez with the flick blade around. Wow, that's a tough throw to get out. And that's successful to McDougall. To be successful at 4-on-4, you have to be able to pull out a bunch of different throws, different looks. But that's one. A break. A round throw. I respect that. That's a cool thing to see.
And we have just about 2 minutes left before the end of the game.
So it appears that Prairie Phantoms here will end up last in their pool. And NOMO will keep going to play a crossover this afternoon. We have Subchuck here on the line to Amy.
Hold it! Hold it! Home! All right!
Amy looking for something upfield. Ooh, nice try. Amy had her hands on it, almost got it. Hochhalter with the disc in his hands, looking for a hammer to Cooksey. Cooksey, ooh, can't quite complete to Dennison. Nice initiation here by Amy. Looking for Subchuck, not going to get it done. And to his wife, nice hammer look. Amy to Subchuck. Amy has been throwing up some good looks this game. Some hammers, some high release, and that's game for us. 24-15. NOMO moves on to the crossovers. Prairie Phantoms definitely showed us some highlights here.
It's a great way to end for Prairie Phantom too, with a layout point right before the whistle. And I'm sure Brad Sobchak will be very proud to show this to his team jawbreakers back in Moose Jaw.
Exactly. Rob Beam must be happy out there cheering on his team. There's a lot of great things that we saw here, so a lot of amazing. There's a great future out in Saskatchewan for the Prairie Phantoms. Thank you. I am part of your host, Kimberly Morin-Coulombe.
And Catherine Fortin, or Kat.
Thank you so much for listening.